2 years. 2 years. That's how long it's been since we have not had Dragon Ball Super.
Prepare yourself, ZhiendZ.
If you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way you never miss a video. Recently, the question has been asked why there is no continuation to Dragon Ball Super, and there was a huge fascination about a year ago, and now it seems that we are returning back to this discussion. About a year ago, there was evidence, there was focus on the fact that there is going to be a new Dragon Ball Super series coming out soon. Unfortunately, it did not end up happening due to a plethora of different reasons, but the main one was that the focus was on One Piece Stampede, at least when it came to the production behind Dragon Ball Super, and then there's been radio silence since then. There has not been any confirmation, no news at all. That's why I find it really funny when I see videos on YouTube saying Dragon Ball Super 2 is coming, Dragon Ball Super 2 trailer, Dragon Ball Super 2 footage, Dragon Ball Super 2 news. There has been zero news when it comes to Dragon Ball Super. The only difference right now that is happening when it comes to the Dragon Ball Super 2 question is that there is this new resurgence as to why we don't have this show at all. Why don't we have Dragon Ball Super right now? There have been a bunch of different reasons to explain the reason that there is none. There has been the virus to blame. Akira Toriyama has also been to blame because of his lack of interest in Dragon Ball Super. People are even asking, does Toei Animation hate Dragon Ball Super? And it's kind of weird thinking about it in the grand scheme of things, because yes, 2 years has come and gone. And it is almost like, when you really think about it, you realize how much has happened in 2 years. But when you actually just think of it being 2 years, it doesn't even feel like it's been that long. It feels like just yesterday we were watching the Tournament of Power. That's how it feels like to me. But there has been so many different things happening in Dragon Ball in general. There has been the manga, there has been Heroes, who has had a second season already, and then you have the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, along with all the drama that came with the voice actors for that movie. There's been so many different things that have happened in 2 years, and yet it seems like a very small amount of time. And that's because it is. In the grand scheme of things, I don't think you guys remember, but we were waiting for almost 20 years, for 2 decades, for a sequel to Dragon Ball Z. We waited a long ass time and we finally got it. Bleach is finally getting its continuation after 10 years. The time between sequels is growing and growing when it comes to certain properties in anime. Not everything can be Dragon Ball Shippuden, where it comes a couple years after. Akira Toriyama is not a young man anymore, and it is highly possible that this question as to where is Dragon Ball Super could be simply answered that they don't want to do it right now. They want to let the manga continue as long as it can on its own, building up that story, so in the future they can adapt the manga into anime, so they don't have the situation where they had with the original Dragon Ball Super, where every episode, every arc was built as it went. Even the first 2 arcs were retellings of movies, and then it just kind of built as it went with varying degrees of quality. Maybe they want it to be as good as My Hero Academia, as Attack on Titan, as One Punch Man for the most part. They want that solid storytelling. That's not going to happen with a series that is episodic without really much of an end game. There's no follow through. There's no thought as to what the ending of it is going to be. So to everybody that's freaking out at this point in time for some reason or other that there is no Dragon Ball Super, relax guys. There is plenty of other Dragon Ball content. I've seen this in other comment sections that there is an emphasis on this is canon, so this is the reason that I like it. This is canon, this is the reason that I want to watch it. When in fact, non-canon stuff is far more interesting than most things that happen in Dragon Ball Super. To me, as I stated before, and it should be no surprise to anybody who follows me, the ending of Dragon Ball Super left a lot to be desired. But if you really look at that ending, the way that it just builds on no consequences, it has a complete reset button, and then it has Goku losing Ultra Instinct, only to end with Goku and Vegeta about to duel. Yes, Dragon Ball Super, the anime, had its ending, its finale. That was it. It went on for a very long time, guys. It was like over 100 episodes. So there has been a full season of Dragon Ball Super. I don't think they're going to bring it back anytime soon, personally. I would love if they do, because obviously it's more Dragon Ball. I just want it to be good quality Dragon Ball. I don't want to be sitting here every week as an episode comes out and me having to complain about either the storytelling or especially the artwork, the way that the animation is. I don't want to be complaining about those things. I want to have a full and exhilarating story. I don't want to have something that's lackluster. Like, the manga is a lot better this time around than it was back when it was adapting the Dragon Ball Super anime, because now it's telling a fresh story that Toyotaro can tell on his own. But there are still some things to nitpick, and yet the manga is really good. Dragon Ball Super anime episodes, they were hype for the most part. There were a lot of episodes that were just garbage. And I don't want that when it returns. And you should not want that too. You want quality episodes when it comes to Dragon Ball Super's return. Everyone's got this anxiety that we need Dragon Ball Super back. And I understand a lot of people have their paychecks relying on the fact that when Dragon Ball Super comes back, yes, they are going to have a lot of money. They are going to have a lot of things to talk about. That is always going to be the case. And this famine that we have right now is hurting a lot of people. Trust me, once it drops, I'm going to be making videos too. I'm in the same boat, but there are other things you can talk about in the Dragon Ball community that are happening. I mean, even if fan stuff is not your thing, I would say at least give it a shot. Like I stated before, a lot of it is better written than the anime was, than Dragon Ball Super's anime was. And as far as the way it's going to come back, I'm telling you, the way that I would like to see it come back, I would like to see another 2 years of no Dragon Ball Super anime, and let us get another movie, say even like a Cooler movie or something, a BoJack movie, something along those lines. Bring us to Universe 6. Have a movie with the Broly level quality in Universe 6 with brand new villains and a really good story. Maybe something centered around Vegeta. Have it happen in Universe 6, and then the manga can cover everything else, and then in the future have an anime going back to the manga. That's kind of what I would like to see. I think that Dragon Ball Super was at its height with Dragon Ball Super Broly, even if the storytelling for the beginning part a lot of people didn't seem to like minus. I still think that it is superior to the anime itself. It's just better animated, better storytelling, better character moments, better almost everything. So don't fret, guys. Dragon Ball Super will return, but unless you see it officially, I wouldn't believe that it will. And if you're looking at these websites or YouTube videos that are claiming that they have some innate knowledge about Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Super 2, don't listen to them. Thank you so much for your time. And if you made it to this point in the video, you are now part of the hashtag End of Video Squad. Thank you for all your support, guys. Make sure you drop that comment with that hashtag for a chance to be featured in my next video. Today, I'm going to be responding to Onyx Tanehara. Just imagine how weird it would be for Chi-Chi, if you know what I mean. Unfortunately, we all do, and yes, it's extremely weird. Thank you for your comment. This is going to be BlackScape signing off. Take care, guys.
This is the journey that will never end. The struggle to push beyond all limits and redefine the meaning of power. New and mightier foes will arise. New adventures will begin. And Goku and his fellow warriors will be ready. Until then, we bid you farewell.
Subscribe for more content.